Hello, and welcome to, first city Skylines stream. Going to make a new city, and let's start by selecting a map. So here we go. Let's have a look. What looks nice? Let's see, I think that looks nice. We'll try the Blackwoods for today, and our city will be Asylum. Which takes a bit to start. Alright, first thing I do will be pausing. Yep, hello, good morning. Let's see. What have we got? We have an island. I like that. Let's see. Okay, highway there, more island there. Alright. Well, we'll start by just putting in a little bit of road and then bulldozing that so we unlock the one-way roads. And let's just start with that. And then we'll make a roundabout around there. Oh, dum dum dum. There we go. Nice and round. In order to keep it round, I'm just going to put this in. This might seem a bit weird, but I don't want the roads to be skewed if I hook stuff on there. So, and also in order to make sure that no one goes there, I'm just gonna use traffic manager to disallow cars. There we go. Alright, first start made. Now we will make our residential on this side, and we'll make our industry on this side. So we'll start with putting in a road there. That should be a proper road. So I'll just upgrade that. And we will say branch off there. We need water. Let's see, water. Shall we do something simple? Pumping station, which makes noise. Let's see, industry will be here. The water flows up, and there is hardly any water flow here. So, well, what? We'll just for now put it there. Put some pipes in, which we will pull through to that side. For the industry that will come shortly, we will need power. Let's see, let's put the road in first. one here as well. And our industry will be there. So we can put our power plant up there. Let's see. They need water. So we might take care of that. On the other hand, those guys also need power. So we'll get that to them. The housing needs power, so we'll do that there. Let's see, we need wastewater, so we'll go for that one. Let's see, put that there. Add the pipe. Wastewater also needs power. There we go. Let's see, so that's connected, that's connected. Now we just need to zone for residential to get started. Okay, I'm planning to upgrade this road, so for now I'm actually going to leave a little bit open. I'll just take these out and see if it matters or not. Okay, game's running. We have demand for residential. We've zoned residential, so we should be seeing it pop up anytime. There we go. There's the first residential. And we will actually pull this road. Let's see, can we go further up? Yeah, then we have to redo some power. We'll do that. 20 up, power, like that. Quickly zone this as residential, so they have power in a minute. How's the water? They also need water, so we'll just put that in. There we go. Looking good so far. They're unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Commerce is starting to get demand, so we'll make a little bit of road on this side. Irrigate it, and we'll carefully put the first block of commercial in. Okay, so there's the demand for residential is quite good, so we'll just add that there. People are starting to be happy, so that's good. Let's see how quick we can get this down into the green. demand for residential, so we'll start filling this area up. We'll start with this. This is funny. Everything is called Piper Wilson Street. There's Piper Wilson Street there, there, and there. Ah, look at that traffic. More truck for the coal power plant. So people are slowly moving in, and this city has started. Demand for commercial is starting to increase. We also have demand for industry now. So let's start with a little bit more commercial. Residential is still really high, so we'll zone this bit as well. And we'll start with a patch of industry right there. So we have a quick peek at our city. Electricity is good, water is good. Well, waste management we don't have yet because we need to grow first. As you can see, the city demand is increasing for everything. So let's first add a little bit more of commercial, and then we'll zone in some more industry. Go. Okay. Actually, industry is the big boomer right now, so we'll do this whole area now. High demand for industry, but we'll leave it as is right now because not everything is taken yet, and the more roads I build, the higher my maintenance will be and the harder it will be to get into the plus. So we are definitely going to wait with that right now. I see one little mistake there because they can't get back to the city. So let's fix that. Okay, so now our roundabout is really round-ish, and people can actually use it to get to their homes, they can get to their work, and it looks like industry could use a bit more zoning, so we're going to do that this direction. I should have looked and first selected the right type of road. There we go. Put it in. We will probably need to jump power over to that side, and then we'll zone. We'll zone a little bit of industry there. I'm just going to redo that power line really quick. Make sure it's really adjacent to the zoning. Okay, more people want to live here, that's also good. We can actually just zone this bit because that's also going to be residential, and I am going to zone there. So that way I can just pull the road through without having to demolish houses. So how are we doing? Getting pretty close to break even, so that's good. It's a humble beginning, but I like it. It looks nice. We managed to keep industry well away from where the people live, so they'll be happy with that. It should be pretty easy to upgrade these roads to go to the industry, so that's also good. That will save us some traffic jams later on. Right now people really want to move in, so we can actually, let's see how hilly that is there. We can probably extend the road here and put in another area. And I'm always trying not to go like full grid, and for some reason it's so hard, because it's so easy to just make a grid-like structure. I promise I'll try to do better later in the stream. Let's just get the city started for now. Let's see, we can zone this bit. Hang on, I want to see if I can, because this will make the house size limited, so I'm going to pause it for a sec. Go to my power tool, not really power tool, you know what I mean. Pull that through to, hang on, to there. There, that's better. Now we have all the area available. So let's build this bit. Okay, these people might not be so happy because they're close to the water pump, but for now it will do. I'll probably move those at a later stage anyway, because right now I only have one tile, so humble beginnings. And as soon as we have more, okay, the poop water is all flowing up towards there, so that's fine. No one should be bothered with that. We are nearly in the plus, so that's really good. That will save us some headaches. And we have our first milestone. So we can use a medical clinic now, elementary school, landfill site. That's a custom asset. It's basically, if you have the medical helicopters, they will actually land on the heli spot instead of in front of the medical clinic, so that's kind of cool. And we have a new service called garbage, which we will immediately zone, because basically as soon as you unlock something and you don't have it, people start to complain because they want it. So we can put that, I'm guessing we'll put it right there. The trash. Also, this is also temporary because I hate having landfills, so it will be removed at a later stage. So what do we need now? We have a medical clinic available, so we'll take the cheap one. We won't put it on that road because, like I said, I plan to widen that. And roads have names, yes, thank you. I'm going to put it there right now. And we have schooling available, so actually I'll put that right next to it. So now we have all the new services. We have the trash, we have the school, we have medical, and then we look at our demand, and our demand is really booming. As you can see, there's really not that much commerce needed for this. So we're actually going to extend the residential to the south. I'm saying south, but I have no idea if this map, the way it starts, is north up or south up, so we'll just call it south. And let's see, we'll connect that later. Let's first put the water pipes in. There we go. And we will give the people a place to live. There we go. In the meantime, we can also zone that part residential. Now, with this all being built up, that means that the power jumps from building to building, so this power line here isn't completely needed anymore. So we can look at the power grid, and we can actually see that this bit is all redundant. And if we put a pole here, we can delete the whole thing. So we'll pause it for a sec, and then we are going to remove the entire demolished, and we actually have a little bit of extra space that we can now use for housing. So that's good. And we'll start the timer again, otherwise nothing much happens. There we go. And the factories are complaining that they have no workers. Well, there's only one thing to do about that, and that's actually get more people. So, and the same for the power here. This jumps over to this, so we can remove that one without any issue. So that's good. Let's have a look here. Yep, this is all nicely connected, no problems whatsoever. Power availability versus demand is fine. Look at the water again, we won't be in trouble there for a long time. Trash, well, landfill will slowly fill up. Once it's full, we'll need a new one, so that's why the incineration plant is actually quite useful. It's very polluting. Not so nice, but you know, until the new green economy mod expansion comes out, we're kind of stuck with that. Now I do use some mods. Oh, we're going to the red. We better take a loan. There we go. Okay, more people needed. We can't do parks yet, so we will have to trust that this will slowly but surely fill up. We'll zone in some more housing, and we will look at the industry. This is still empty, so there's no real point. Well, we can do it. Let's just zone this left bit there. There's plenty of room for industry. See, the factory is being built. Oh yeah, we can do districts too. Let's start with 2 districts. We can't yet. We need more people. So we wait for more people. There we go. Okay, let me just see the zone. Yeah, I'll just zone this entirely now. That's fine. Reason I don't do it in one go is because if a business starts up here down below and there is nothing here, you'll need to build a power line. So to avoid that, I just slowly expand it so they don't need extra power lines for that. Okay, this is going good here. We will make another road up to there, and I think this is a good moment to stop with the grid-like structures and maybe make a nice through road there. Can we build quays yet? No. Okay. We will pull that through there. People want more housing. So we'll pull that bit. That's also for houses now. There we go, Worthy Village. We have districts, policies, a second loan. I was actually hoping no loans more, but you never know. District specialization service policies. Now we have the fire department, police, unique buildings. We can do industry specializations, which is cool because we can have less waste. So we have more income, less waste. So that's good. Agriculture needs a lot of water. And this needs forest. Power usage, water usage. Okay, police and firehouse. So basically, if we don't have a police station, if we don't have a firehouse, people will complain. So how much money have we got? We can probably put both down. So we will put the police station there. We will put the firehouse, what's that? Oh yeah, that's the medical clinic. Hang on, I just put the firehouse down, didn't I? No, police. Hang on. What are you? You're a police station. Then now is a firehouse. Let's see, where do we put that? There would be a good spot. There we go. So they have everything again, and still I'm losing money on them. Let's zone a little bit more residential. There we go. And I'm going to tweak the budget a bit because we are not making a lot of money here. So power is at 18, so we can drop that a little bit. I don't like touching the others really. What's the highest? Police and fire are actually quite high, so we'll drop those two because we don't have a very large population. So we'll put those on 80. So, there we go. Last one. And since the schooling system also doesn't have a lot of students, no idea why the schooling system has like a nighttime switch. There we go. That should get our budget in line a little bit. We're still in the minus, but it's not as bad as it was. We can now use districts, so let's do that. This will be our first district. There we go. And that will be our second district. There we go. Okay, the advantage of districts is that you can use policies that are only valid for that district. Right now we don't have too many policies yet. We can go for smoke detectors, which is good against fires. Water usage and power usage. I'm going to leave those as is right now because those actually cost money. And yes, we are in the plus. That is really good. So we are actually making money now. So let's see. Part of me says to pull this through a little bit and then make another roundabout and have like a second access road maybe, because this is starting to get somewhat full. How long is this? This is 35, so that's 30, so we'll just extend that by 5, and there we go, grid again. I know, I'm just a sucker for symmetry for some reason. And we will just do that. We make sure everyone has water. And we will let's zone that for now. I'm still debating whether I will update this one or not. Don't think so. We have larger roads yet? Probably already had them, because we can now safely upgrade this. There we go. And now I'm actually okay with zoning all that. Let's first get rid of that rock, and then we can zone all this. And behind the fire station is no point in zoning that. I did misplace that one. I forgot about the wider road, which I am planning to pull through and bridge over there. So this will have to move. Doesn't have to be now, but it will have to move. So we're making money. Town is growing, so that's good. I think I'm going to leave this one as it is. We have some demand for commercial, so we can actually zone that. We still have a lot of demand for residential, so we are going to zone in that bit. And for now, that's good. Let's have a look. Our little town of Asylum looks, I like it. Looks pretty good. Industry has filled this up. There's absolutely no demand for it right now, so we'll just leave it as that. Let's have a look at the garbage truck. this part of the game that you can just zoom in. I've got another mod installed which actually makes you on eye level, which I really like. You know, you can almost pretend it's really a city, and you can drive around, look around in your city, and follow your Sims around. Sims with a C, that is, not with an S. Simulated citizens. Alright, back to the game. Tiny town. We can do now do landscaping, event policies. Event policies are global. Event related policies. Okay. Parks and football. Pet ban goes out. Subsidized youth. That's for soccer. And security. We have. I like these. These are good. Basically, pedestrian paths, so that's good. Quay is always good. Shallow Canal, I've never found a really good use for these yet. If anyone has a use for them, I'd be happy to hear it, because I've never been able to get something done with that. Okay, then we have the parks, which people will also really want to have. Basketball courts. Okay, cool. Well, basically the fact that it's available means that we need to use it. So I have a couple of custom ones as well. Let's not use those for now. Where's that basketball field? I really like that. There it is. 4,000. It's kind of steep. I want one. And where do I want it? Oh, we're getting low on power. We need to up the budget again. Otherwise, people will really complain. Let's actually up the healthcare budget as well, since we are now a bigger city. There we go. Okay, how much power have we got? We're at 30 out of 40, so for now we're good, but we need to think about expansion for our power. A park. We would like to have the basketball court. I think that is a nice spot. Really central. People will be happy with that. There we go. Okay, so the happiness radius is pretty okay, but reasonably we need something here, and we need something down here as well. So let's have a look. Plaza with trees, picnic tables, and the Paradox Plaza. I always like a Japanese garden for some reason. Okay, I'm really sorry for you, but your house is going. And what else shall we put down? How big is that? That's kind of big. This is smallish. We will put that there. Okay, that should make people a lot more happy. That looks pretty good. We have more demand for industry as well, commercial. We have a lot of demand for residential again. Let's have a look at industry first. We will we will probably just update this road as well. So, like that. And extend it. More industry. There we go. Normal road. Put that up for 30. Down for 30. We can just put the water line in. There we go. Zone. Let's see, since we upgraded that, we can now zone that. Like that. Zone. We'll basically zone all this. Maybe I should keep this. I'll keep this empty like that. I can still do that. There's nothing being built. Okay. There we go. There I have some industry to build. There. I'll leave it like that for now. Then we go back here. Okay. To me this looks like this is getting kind of full. So let's, yes, I know I can build canals. Let's go here. Let's pull that through. How much does that cost? 2,000. We're at 18,000. So let's not spend the bank on this. Okay. Then turn it around. There we go. We go make another roundabout. Turn. There. 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 There we go. And then we do straights again. We still need to make sure it can actually travel around there. There we go. We'll straight away put in a avenue. Kind of debating how to do this. Let's just do it like that for now. Water. We'll just pull that through. There. And we will actually pull these roads through. There. So now we have a nice area here that we can use for both residential. Let's do half of it like that now. And we also want some commercial. Probably, yeah, I'm just zone it like that. Commercial, like so. And we still have some space up here, but I'm not sure whether that's done or if it's going to be built closer once we've got that tile above. So right now we'll leave that. As you can see, we really need to grow the city because we are actually losing money again. And we don't have a lot of cash, so we need to grow. I'm going to say desperately because we're still doing pretty okay. Landfill is only filled for 2%. But of course, adding these roads really increases your budget. So far so good. Do we want to use quays? Not yet. Sometimes I make like a quay here, and then you have a nice spot where you can put like a road or railway or something like that. Right now it's okay. What we can do though is that there's a lot of demand for residential, so we're just gonna zone in the parts we know for sure are going to be good. Okay, so power is good, power use is good. Yep, that's fine. The quays, I know you've got quays. So far, I really like what I'm seeing. Traffic doesn't really seem to be an issue yet. It shouldn't be, but you never know. Debating. Should I just pull that through? Let's see if that, what would happen. That's going to be water, isn't it? Yeah, that's a shame. Don't feel like spending a lot of cash on landscaping yet. A bridge. Take that away. Okay, so I think I'm going to make a free-form road here to there. That sounds about right. So first we will extend this to there, and then, because this I also want to bridge to this side. Then we go to the freeform tool, and let's see, like that. Can we just pull it through like that? Yes, excellent. That's pretty cool. We can pull the water through, like that. There was there's a little bit of flooding because the terrain is being moved, so the water flows differently. Then we can zone that bit. We will actually zone all that, and like so, and some nice waterfront property. There we go. And we are now really well into the plus. That is really good. Sometimes I really wonder why all of a sudden it jumps up and jumps down. I sometimes have cities where it will be plus 20k and then like 5 minutes later it will be losing 10, and then it just flows everywhere. This looks pretty nice. These people have a nice backyard. Bought my house in Asylum. It's on the water. Okay, cool. And demand is still big, so we will zone this. And I'm actually going to take the brush for a sec. It goes quicker. There we go. Up to there and there. We can also extend the area here like that. There. This one also, because it has grown a bit. There we go. So, for now, it's looking good. I'm just gonna save it for a second because I've been having some issues with random crashes, so let's just make sure that the game is saved under a proper name. Let's see, we have none of workers again. Let's look at the budget, because now that we are in the plus, well, it could be that the loan was paid off. Nope, still have to go a little bit up the budget to 100%. There we go. Schooling as well. There we go. Alright, looking good. It's actually, I kind of like it. Nice looking town. Alright, how are we doing power wise? Power, we need power. We don't have money for power right now, so we need to wait and hope. What we can actually do is increase the power budget. Let's put that on maximum. And then we can save up some cash, because now we actually have 50 megawatts, so we increase the budget and the output goes up. However, I think it's cheaper if you have another power plant. But right now that's not an option yet, so we have to wait until we get the money for it. Water is doing okay, and our landfill is only 4% used, so that's also still fine. The coverage for the healthcare is starting to become lacking, but I really don't want to budget that yet because they are 10 grand, so we don't have that right now. Fire department, same thing, 12 grand, and the police also 12. So right now they're going to have to do with what they have. We just don't have the budget. Well, that's looking pretty good, I think. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna increase the time of flow a little bit, because before we do anything we need a new power plant, because anything I build now or zone now will use power that we don't have. So how much was this? 19. So we have some time to spend. lines, tram lines, taxis, highways, ferry. I was actually hoping that the oil plant would be there, but it's not there yet. Landmarks, we can also, we can use some landmarks already. I won't do that yet because they are quite expensive, so we wait. In the meantime, people really want to live in our city. Can't blame them, it's kind of nice. So we wait until we have the cash to put in another polluting coal plant. Which won't be long, by the way. It goes pretty quick. We are making good money now. There we go. So we want more power. Let's put it there. Does it have water? Yep. So we can lower. Oh, that's not what I meant. That's what I meant. We can lower the energy budget back because we have 2 plants now instead of 1. So we will put that back at 100%. Yes, I know modified terrain. We have a fire. The fire department is actually racing there, so they are working. That's good. So that's okay. We will need another fire department soon, but for now we're good. So let's skip time a little bit more so we can actually extend this. We don't have the money for it yet. Not surprising. There we go, 1,200 to build the road. But we also need pipes, so we wait a little bit until we have about 2 grand, and then we can also lay the pipe. Or we get an event, which is also good. So we have some cash again. That's good. High school, yeah. Naturally, now they want a high school. Let's first place that before we are out of cash, because those are quite expensive. We'll put that on the road there. That should make a lot of people happy. And we will put in the water and zone all that. I think we'll probably leave that like that. Zone that residential. There we go. We have enough cash to put in another road and some more water pipes. And we will zone at least part of it as commercial. Let's start with that. There. Okay. Looking good so far. We can extend this. There we go. We don't really have a policy yet, but you know, I don't really see a need for a policy at this moment. We have some space here where we can do stuff with train lines and what you call it, monorail and all kinds of stuff. So they have some space, and we'll slowly fill this up. And then the idea is to expand to the other. I don't even know if it's islands. No, it's not islands. Well, not all of it is islands. But we can definitely grow our city here. That's cool. I'm debating what to buy next, which piece of land. Probably up here, but then I need to do some work on the highway there to make it a clover leaf or something like that. Like here. Or we go this way. We need bridges. This way we could connect the highway here. So maybe then pull these roads through. Enough to do. We can do so much with this. So that's pretty good. Purposely not upgrading those roads yet because traffic isn't that bad yet. So I'm going to leave that as a two-lane one-way road for now. No point in spending the money now. Because in the end this is going to be an intersection. I've got some saved up. Let's see, they're all kind of expensive, but I've got some nice looking intersections. Well, this is with rail and quite expensive apparently. Too expensive right now. We can look at that later. Okay, let's have a look. No, I don't want that. I want a road. Let's see. Let's add a little bit of that. And we have a lot of residential demand still, so we'll start with building more residential area. Alright. Let's zone that bit for residential as well, and debating what to do with this. Should I make this residential or commercial? Let's at least make that equal so that they don't have commercial across from where they live. And I think we could use another park because yeah, people aren't happy. I'm gonna put in a parking lot for the commercial guys. I'm sure that will be appreciated. There we go. I always like those. Small little parking lot. And it's actually used. So you will see it fill up with cars once it gets busy enough. There we go. We are actually starting to look a little bit like a small town. Money flow is good. People still want to live here. That's also good. Let's see, we'll put that residential again, and then we'll see for a minute. It's a good start to our little town. Maybe soon it's time to start thinking about public transport. Okay, let's have a look there because apparently there's not enough workers. Not enough educated workers. Let's have a look at schooling. So high school's okay. Elementary school is starting to become a problem. It costs 10 grand. We'll have to put another one in. Well, actually, we will put it next to the parking lot there. Put that basic school, elementary school. So that should help the city expand again. And I think since commercial doesn't have enough people anyway, we'll just do this. And then yeah, that should work. Alright, I think this is what I will leave this part as for now. because the roads are starting to fill up. See cars parked on the street there. There we go. We have the main, what do they call it? Rosemary Smith Boulevard. I like that name. What's this called here? Campbell Street. Could put in a little bit more industry, because demand for industry is there now. Let's look at the power line situation here. We can at least delete that one. And if we reroute that, we can also delete that one. Okay, that looks okay to me now. Then we have all this for industry. There we go. Okay, and still residential is really in demand. I'm just at a loss where to build right now. I could just say the highway stops here. Yeah, keep that as in like a single highway in. We could probably put commercial on this side and make this whole bottom part residential, or we could pull this highway through to that island and just keep, yeah, we'll do that, I think. That's that looks nice. So do we make a third intersection here? Yeah, that's gonna be what we will do. Let's see, how much did I make that? 50. How much would that be if I do it here? Let's see, 50 would be about there. So 10 for the intersection, for the roundabout would be up to there. And then we have the bridge, so I'm going to make that less. I'm going to make that 45. And like so. Curved. 10, 10, 10, and here too. Straight there. Make sure traffic can actually flow around it. There we go. So that gives us an option to extend. I'll put in normal roads for now. We will extend here to a bridge like that. I'll just leave those for that, like that for now, so I know where to go and where not to build. It looks pretty nice. And then we can put another boulevard in, which is going to go across the water as well. There, like, how far can we go? Can we make that? Not enough money. Typical. We have to wait for cash. We are still a little ways away from our next milestone, so it's going to take a while before we get like the cash injection that the game gives. It's a lot more grid than I'd like, but oh well. It'll make the next suburb more free form, I think. Yes, we have buses, trams, and we have ferries, and we have taxis, which are all kind of out of budget right now. I see the, hang on, oh, that's good. This is the cargo, the boat, basically the big boat line. So we can hook up to that, and shipping will be able to go to and from our port once we have one, which will be a while yet. We won't have a port anytime soon. Oh, I see, we don't have a cemetery. Corrupt. How are we on loans? 5 grand. Take this one, pay that one off. Okay. Because I forgot to take care of the dead. Where shall we put that? Actually, I would like it to be probably here, I guess. Let's first put this road in. We can just do that. Then we can pull this one through. Pull that one through. Put the cemetery right there on the bridge. That's actually quite nice. I guess this is too steep. Oh, that's fine. Actually looks kind of nice. We need water, so we can pull that through, and we can pull that one through. There we go. And power, we need 2, but actually, if I just zone this as residential, that should link up pretty quickly. There we go. And then we can still build some houses up here. Cool. That turns into a bridge really quick. Can we still do 3 more? There we go. That's good. Now we're in water. That covers it all. That's good. And yep, they've got power now too. So we are taking care of the dead by means of this cemetery, which is a bit far away from here, but that's okay. We will, let's see, this will be industry, and we will put some commercial in between, and then we will put more residential here, and that will actually fill this island. Well, it's not really island, but this peninsula up all the way. So that's looking good. How is power doing? Power is good. Water is good. Trash is starting to fill up. Can't be helped right now. So we will zone more residential. Zone this full. And let's actually fill this whole thing up now. And then we can put some more commercial on this side. We'll put that there. That should do it for now. We can also go to the industry. I don't want to zone that because we already have a hard time getting people to work there, so let's wait for that. We basically need a lot more people than we have currently. Yeah, I have disasters off because the short radio mast is basically to inform your people about disasters, but to be honest, they are so frequent that, you know, I spend half the time playing rebuilding what was destroyed by the latest disaster, so I keep that off for now. You know, and if you want a disaster, you can still trigger it manually, so I'm good with that. We don't need disasters right now. Commercial wants to grow more than the population right now, so we'll just zone this as commercial. There we go. This will fill up because I know myself. There's no way I won't fill that up. I might put a through road here and then zone the sides of it with commercial or, you know, offices or whatever. There's space there, and we could probably pull that off. I don't know how much space is in between here, so that's at least 10. This is 10, right? Hang on. Give me normal road. So from here Is this 10? That's 8. I could probably do it if I put it there. This is still 10, so won't do it now, I think, but there's bound to be a nice long avenue there. Pull that road through there. We'll have a slightly more dense section there. I just don't want to do it right now because I don't know what I'll do with public transport. So for now, this is good, and we are actually going to zone some more industry because the demand is now the highest. So we will increase the industry. There we go. Normally I build it really close to each other, but I've noticed that traffic is a pain, and if I leave some more space, there might, I might have some more options into building different roads or connections without having to demolish half the district. Looking good for now. I really hope we will get the next tile soon. That would be nice because then we can actually expand. I think, which one will it be? Kind of like this one because we'd actually just get the highway here, so we could do stuff with that. And there's a train line there, but we won't have passenger trains for a while. Passenger trains in this game are also quite interesting because if you build too many stations that are like accepting intercity trains, they will tend to clog up your network unless you plan it really well. Basically, double lines is really handy to have. Okay, so far so good. We have a lot more demand for residential. We can actually fill that in here. Let's see if the water supply there is good. Yep, so we can start by zoning that bit. And do I want to do a pier there? No, I'll zone this as well. There we go. So that's the latest on that side. So then it will be time to start expanding that way. We'll leave this for now. I think that looks pretty good. This can stay like this. We still have to move this at some point, but that will be at a point where we have more cash. Let's see if we can pay off that loan. No, we need more money. So we will wait for a moment. Okay, well, I'm all for expansion that way because people definitely want to live here, so that's good. Should I start with an avenue? I think we have enough cash to do that. We will start with 40. And where did we start here? 20 units. So that would be about there. We will go 30 that way. We will go as far as we can this way. Let's say there. And then we will make a nice road along there. And let's build this a little closer together. Let's say about there, like that, and like so. And then we can connect that. Yep, that'll work. We need water. What is the closest water pipe? That would probably be that one. Pull that through there. There. There we go. And we need power. Let's see. I think I'm just going to put that like so. There. zone in some residential. And start with our second district. Here. Second residential district. It's not our second district. We'll start here. And that will be it. Florence Square. I can live with that for now. I can always change the name later. Okay, but now I do think, how are we with fire? Healthcare is fine. This is covered. Fire department is definitely not covered by the fire department. We have 53% hazard. I think it's time to put in another fire department. Police coverage, our crime rate is pretty okay, so I'm going to wait. The capacity of our jails is pretty much full. We'll leave it like that for now. We have fire department, we have houses already. People are starting to move in. And we have actually built a bridge. Reed Bridge. That looks pretty nice. We'll leave that. We'll leave that for now. Maybe it will be a normal road later on. It's a little bit too far out there. So I think we are usually going to do that. No one's living there yet, so put that one there. There we go, much better. And I'm not going to zone this because we are going to put something, put a harbor there. Yeah, that sounds good. How are we on school? Elementary school is good. High school is pretty full, but not full yet, so that's good too. So we can continue on our new suburb here, new area. Looking good so far. We are still making money. Demand is still up on all levels, so we're good with that. We do have some problems with industry getting people to work there. There's not enough staff, not enough workers, and that's uneducated workers, I guess. And here we have not enough educated workers. So basically the only solution we've got there, get more people to live here. So we will start by zoning more residential in this area. And we can expand this. There we go. As you see, I'm quite slow with like zoning large areas, and that's for the simple reason that if I zone in a lot of residential in one go, like I said, there's a good chance it won't connect to the electricity. It's problem one. Problem two is that if you have a lot of people move in at once, they will all grow old at once, and they will all die around the same time, which basically means you will have huge spikes in your population going up and down all the time. So that's why I'm trying to like phase it so your population distribution is a bit, it's okay that way. Alright, so this is okay for now. We'll leave that as is right now. We will go and continue with this. Like I said, these people would like a park or something. So we're actually going to have a look if we can use any of the, that's probably the unique bit of this. Let's have a look. Where are those? I don't want those. I was actually looking for, that's leisure. We can't use that yet. 3,600, okay. Yeah, we'll have to wait for that. That's a shame. So then we will put something else in because they need a park. I kind of like that one. A small park. And there's no one living there, so we'll put it there. So we have a small park. I made that one in the asset editor. It's dead easy. Anyone can do that. So a few parking spots, some kids' toys, and some shrubs. So that looks pretty nice. So we have some more commercial demand. So I'd like to put some more commercial in, But to do that, I'm actually going to extend this road a little bit because I want to keep it near that road, and we're going to make the commercial area this area here. So we will extend that by say 20 units. There we go. The road. Also do it like that. There we go. Put that up to that line there. Connect through. There we go. That's good. That looks nice. So commercial, I said. They need water. So let's start with putting some pipes in. I'm sure that will make them happy. There we go. We'll zone commercial, and we will zone this area here to start with. Industry is also on the rise, so we go to the industrial area, and I think we should probably 41k, so we can still afford to expand here. So we will put another 10 on, and we will, let's see how far there. Let's put it there. That's going to cost us a power line. Put it there. There we go. And there we go. Water. There we go. Yep. And then we can start by zoning. I'll zone this area here for industry. Spread the pollution out a bit. We'll have a look at the power situation. Power is good. Water is starting to show that we actually have a population, so that's also good. Trash is still good. So that's looking pretty nice, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. We can still expand this area, so then we have like the west side is one area there, like that, and there. Yep, that looks pretty good, like that. There. I kind of like that. And we will continue expanding Florence Square. Just have to be careful not to go too close to the industry, so I'm guessing this would be the upper boundary for Florence Square. Then this will be commercial in between, and then this will be filled up with industry. So that's looking good. Yeah, like it. Let's have a look at the zones. They want more houses, so we can actually provide that. We'll just zone this. Oh no, I don't want to zone that as industry. Forget it. I want to zone that as residential. That would not be good, zoning that as industry. There we go. Like I said, I'm not going to put houses here. I'm actually considering putting a quay in, and on the quay we can put what you call those things, like fishing spots and stuff like that, so that will be nice. People will like that, which will mean that your city grows quicker. Okay, do we have any visitors in the park? Still pretty empty. So far, so good. Looks like the road is still pretty okay. This is starting to back up a bit. There are traffic lights on there, aren't they? Where's that stop sign? Why are you stopping? Weird. How's that going? Because there they are going. Do they stop here? Nope. They just keep on going. Could be because of the road here, but you know what? For now, I'll just take it away and they just keep driving. Not building that bridge now anyway, so that's okay. Industry wants another boost, so we will zone in. We'll just zone in this whole lot. There. Do your thing. There we go. So far, so good. I like it. Looks pretty good. Power. problems? Yes, we do. We need a third. I would have preferred not to, but we need a third coal plant, which basically means put that one away. Can we do that one as well? Is that tight enough? That's apparently that works. That's good. And we'll zone this as industry now anyway. There we go. All right. And then we can continue with this area. Like I said, I want to put commercial like on this side of the road, so I'm going to leave the commercial here for now, and I'm going to put in more houses. So we'll put these as houses. We're going to zone this as houses in a minute. Okay. It looks like our little city is still growing, growing nicely. So that's a good thing. We still make money, so that's also a good thing. And yeah, looking good so far. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I think it's time to work more on this area. So, like I said, this will remain like it is. We can zone this bit as houses, and then we will also do that. There we go. Main thing is to keep the traffic noise somewhat away. That's why I don't build up all this area. Because I've noticed that people don't, well, if I look at myself, I don't like traffic noise either, but our simulated citizens also don't want it. Okay. Kind of debating what to do now. Should we put in another medium demand, residential medium? I think we're just going to put another residential in. Actually, we still have space, so let's first use the space we've got. We can zone that bit. There we go. Just thought of a use for this. We can also add pedestrian paths here. We will have to demolish a few houses here and there, but I think that will be quite useful for people who want to, you know, move along. And once I put a bus in, I don't have to put too many bus stops in then. So with public transport, Sims only have a few things they do. They go to shops, they go to work, and they go home. So putting a public transport between two residential areas isn't that useful. It will be used, but it will be used by people who are in transit. Let's say I put a line in between this one and this one, between Birch Hills and Florence Square, and then I put a line in between Birch Hills and Kent Square. This is where people work. So these people would first travel here and then transfer to go there. So it would be easier to put a line in straight from here to there, and one line from here to there. Also, since the commercial is kind of in between of all the houses, people who live in Florence Square would take a train to Birch Hills or a tram or whatever to shop there, but that's it. So there's a, it's debatable whether it will be useful. If there's like a lot of traffic going from this area because there are no shops to this area, I might put something in, but right now I don't think it's useful. What I do think would be useful is to start planning this area here. Put the big road in, like so. That's going to cost us a power line, I see. Why? Oh, there's one. Yeah, well, we'll have to redo that. We'll pause it for a minute. We will break the power line. We will put a new one in. Like so. Then we will get the industry roads. Those through. There. Now these are not going to line up because I used a different spacing, which is fine actually, because that gives me a chance to that one does line up. So we can pull this one through like so, and then we will go to freeform. Like so. That's not long enough. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's already looking a little bit less like a grid. That's good. Okay, cool. Now, water. Let's just connect these through there. There. Okay, that leaves the entire area covered. Here we've got power, so we're actually going to start with commercial in this area. Right there. And let me see if I can change that. Should I change it? I don't know. We'll put some more commercial there. So that's the start of the buffer between industry and residential. Another bonus is that stores need goods. Goods come by truck, so being on or near a major road is a good thing. Why do I suddenly... Something is kind of buggy, I think. I have... What is that? Sports car, not owned. I think we have a slight bug here. Something went wrong there. Let me just gonna clear all traffic. Yes. Did it take them away? No. Okay, I'm gonna save this and reload, and then I hope it will be cleared up. Load. I think they're gone. Nope, they're not. Oh man, that's not good. Just have to delete them all by hand. That is weird. All red cars parked. Okay, well, I will delete that offline because it's quite a few of them. Man, I've never seen that before. Very weird. Okay, I'll delete the cars offline. You guys don't need to watch me delete 50, 60 cars. It's really not interesting at all. So we have more demand for residential, so we'll start to zone in more residential here. Make sure that we don't cross the buffer zone to the industry. I think I'll probably put it up to there with commercial, put it up to here with commercial, and then we have a nice buffer between pollution and no pollution. So that should keep people somewhat happy. And talking about happiness, we can have a look at how they are doing. Let's see. Really only these people are happy. The rest is not happy. So that means we need more parks. And small parks are quite cheap, so they're kind of big too, though. We are now a busy town, 3,600 people, so that's nice. We get level 4 buildings. We get leisure and tourism unique buildings, which is good. We can build that pier. We can do more industry. We have tourism. We have more policies. New roads. We get the nicely decorated roads now. We have the highways. That is cool. We can finally build oil, which is actually a lot more power for about the same pollution. Police, hospital, bus station. And these are the things I wanted to build. These are nice. Let's see. Okay. We can also build helicopters now. Bumping, ferry and bus. Okay, so there's a lot of nice stuff that we can now build, which is good. So that means we will look at the leisure. That's there. And I had already planned to build something from that area there. But first things first, I want to put a quay on. I don't know if that will say that the road will have to go. Yes, it does. There. Can we freeform? There. Let's see, like so. Yep. Does that look somewhat good? Yeah, we'll have a little water problem now. Okay. Let's see. Put that there. Okay, this is a mod called Move It. I absolutely love it. Because you can, as you can see, you can kind of move these points around and make your quay look so much nicer. There we go. Okay, so we have a quay, but it's kind of high. Can we lower that as well? Let's see. Snapping. Can we go down? No, it's not going down. Should I put that on there, yes or no? No, I don't. I'm not happy with how that looks. So we'll just put the, what will it be? We have fishing tours. We are going to put the fishing tours as close to there as we can, right there. Do they have water? Yes, they do. Do they have power? Yes, they do. And what effect has that on happiness? It makes it greenish. So we will put another one on, a restaurant pier, right there, which is quite expensive, so it should make them ecstatic to live there, I hope. Oh yeah, there we go. Now they're turning blue. Blue means really happy. So these people are now really happy. These people not so happy. So we still need to do something for these guys here. We will go for a cheaper option, and we will go. We already have a Japanese garden, a dog park. Let's see, where should we put that? Let's just put it right there where we don't have to demolish any houses. There we go. Okay, maybe one street across here would be good, so that people don't need to do too much walking. Hang on, no, make those straight. Like so, there, and we will do the same here, like so. There we go. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Okay, commercial is pretty low right now. Industry is up. So we can actually, the area we used here, we can expand that a bit. And we can say, okay, this will be industry now. There we go. And I'm guessing a road here is also not a luxury. There. So, zone more industry. There we go. And there we go. Okay, and that gives me like an embarkation line, like a separating line here. Maybe I make all this commercial. I'm not sure yet. Depends. Maybe I'll just maybe a little bit more. The pollution goes about, yeah, it's about half the distance between the two there. So I think that's looking pretty nice. More people want to move in. That's good. We could actually put houses in between of these, but I don't think I will. That looks pretty nice. Alright, going good. Okay, let's have a look. Where shall we put the houses? I am thinking this area here. Okay, we will pull the road through there. So we'll do that first, so we don't have to demolish anything. Like that. And then we can put a regular road about there. Yep, that looks about right. Yeah, like that. Power's fine. Water, they do need water, so we'll just pull that through like so. And then we can zone some more housing. There we go. Slightly bigger area, but I just want to see some people move in. We'll expand Florence Square. There we go. Make sure that, I don't know if it makes a difference, but we'll make sure those parks are in there. There we go. Power is starting to fill up, so, but next plant we will build is an oil plant, so that will be a little better in providing us with more, because this one has 40 megawatts, this one is 120 megawatts, so it's three times the coal. Price is a little higher, but not three times the price, so it's better to get the oil plant. We will be saving up for that actually right now. Alright. Let's see if those weird cars are still there. Oh yeah. We will park on your roads. So weird. Phantom cars. I've really never seen that before. Oh well. And industry is letting us know that they want to grow again, so we can, I think I'll just zone these. There we go. There you go. Grow. There. Probably gonna put a cargo harbor on this side, which is good. We'll be right on the traffic lane, on the shipping lane, because the shipping lane is this yellow stripe up here. Dotted line, so that will work. As soon as it unlocks, and this unlocks harbor as passengers, freight unlocks at 24,000, passenger harbor as well, so it'll be a while before we get one, but when we get one, it will be going there. Okay, I think our city is looking pretty good. We can actually buy a new tile, but I'm going to save with that for the next stream. So this stream I'll concentrate on filling this area up, because we still have the space, so there's no need to really, you know, expand haphazardly. We'll just fill this up. Once this is somewhat completed, we'll go to move to the next square, and then that'll be nice. Nice little city. All right. Okay. Again, people are telling us we need houses, so we will do that. We will put a freeform road. Let's see, like so. Like that. extend off freeform. Extend that there, that's fine. Let's put the connection through. Would have preferred it to be there, but I guess that's not an option. There. Yeah, that looks good. Not so grid-like, so that's good. Water, we need to put in like that. We'll put that there. Okay. And we are close to having enough money for the power plant. So I think that will be one of the last things to do tonight. Will be to put the power plant in. But first, we will zone in a little bit more residential. There we go, and then we can add some to this. Let's go there. Zone that up. There we go. So this will be our commercial buffer zone between Kent Square and Florence Square. We have a lot of squares in this game. I think I'll change one of the names. We'll have to look at a good name. Wait for a good name. Okay. Demand is up. We're still making money. Our loan is actually what we have now is what we need to pay, but we're not going to pay now because then we won't be able to do anything for a while. So we'll leave it like this. And you can see our city through the rain. Go through the power. Yeah, power really needs to be upgraded. So we're going to put the plant in. And we are going to demolish some industry for it, unfortunately. And it's going to go right there. And then we have enough power for a long time. Yep, there we go. Water. Water is starting to get a problem too. I'm going to have to wait with that for a little bit. Let's see, how much was that? 2,500? 2,500, yeah. We're going to upgrade water as well. Let's start with the pumping service, which is right now, it's over there. Let's see, there's going to be a bridge there. This is mostly done. So I'm going to put it there. We're going to hook up the pipe. There we go. Okay, there. Does it have power? Yes, it does. So we have a power. We have water coming in, and we will need to put water going out as well. Otherwise, they will have a rather bad smell in their houses. So we'll put that there, and we will connect that like that. So we've spent all our money for just a couple of things. People can use the toilet again, they can shower, and their lights work. So I guess that's important to people, so that will actually help us, but it is money we had to spend. So we can have a look. High demand for residential again. So we can actually, we'll take the brush. We will zone that bit. We will zone that. We will basically fill it up until the road there. There we go. And this is still to be done. Okay, very cool. How are we doing with healthcare? Cemetery usage 3, and healthcare availability 1, 6 citizen. That's fine. Health could be better. Let's see, fire service is not that great. We only have 2 fire departments, but right now that's too bad. Jails are starting to fill up. Crime is pretty okay. So we will need to put a new police station in pretty soon. Alright, well, it's starting to get somewhat late, so I'm going to leave it with this. Thank you so much for watching. I like doing stuff like this, so if you liked this, give us a follow. You can also look up the videos of past broadcasts on YouTube. and I do some do the announcements also for the streams on Twitter. So all the details are in my profile. So everyone have a good evening, and we'll see you next time. Good night.